Leo, this energy is taking place in your 11th. This energy is taking place in your 11th house. So Leo is all different type of interaction taking place in the external realm. You got Gemini in the 11th house. There's always a lot going on in the 11th house, and you're learning how to view the world through different, mentalities. Gemini, these two placements is why Leo know a lot of people. Leo Sun's rising having that Gemini in 11th house. They got a lot going on in that 11th house. They always got mutual friends close to home, connecting them out to other environments, extending opportunities for them to enterprise and network with other spaces from relationships built from the home environment. So when you're watching a movie or some motherfucking drug dealer, I'm so ghetto. I gotta use drug dealer, but I'm the hood's guru. But like some drug dealer or whatnot, they start a little enterprise selling little nickel bags, and then motherfucker turn into on some what's the name? On some what's this nigga name? Snowfall, on some Franklin shit. Right? Start off a little bit of hustling, and it's like, nah, man, I really got to expand a little something. You got Gemini in 11th house to all these different little local relationships. You get right to the plug, and now you got a whole network of some whole crazy shit going on. And it can get crazy because it's just different mentalities, different attitudes a part of, it's mutable 11th house. So Leo sun risings could be a part of communities and groups that share the same sentiment, share the same, value about something, but it could be from people from all different type of backgrounds at the same time. So it's just weird how that dynamic plays around. Not really weird, but it's just a lot going on with Gemini and 11th house as far as how they're able to interact with so many different people. A lot of Leo diamonds just know so many people. And when we look at the new moon taking place in this house, it's going to be a new perspective, new revelations going on with groups, communities that you're a part of right now, Leo sun rises. I think it's really important to make sure around this time that you're able to identify the context and resources. You're able to work things through, because Leo, you prideful as hell. All right, you prideful as hell, and sometimes being prideful is a good thing, right? You gotta have some pride in yourself. But for the most part, sometimes Leo, you may overcompensate trying to do something on your own because you want to take credit and be seen for the one. You want to share credit sometimes, but this is a harmonious time to realize how you have, certain context and resources that can help things you're trying to create, travel, connect more. You just gotta hit them off a little tip, hit them off a little 5%, a little tip, a little something, they be all right. That's all. All right, you can't be stingy. All right, when God don't like scarcity now. Okay, can't keep money to yourself. You got to spend it. Got to let it go a little bit. All right, it'll come back. Trust it'll come back. Okay, so Leo sun rises. I need y'all to be very aware around this time, around any type of intention setting of what other, access you got towards certain, environments, certain groups, communities, people in the world that could, basically complement anything that you're trying to create and build around this time. But because it's so much activity here, especially with Venus being here, there will be circumstances of potentially you guys realizing values that are shared amongst groups and communities you're a part of do not align around this time. And that may make you feel like it's holding you back in some type of shape or form, something dealing with, personal aspirations. It may be something having to be expressed around this time in group communities. So you might be a part of a certain team or something or whatnot, or whatnot, and things are really in balance with different feelings and emotions about things. You don't want to have things be too chaotic around this time. Make sure you have a space where people could just express themselves, communicate things, because it's going to be different type of, all this energy here shows different type of thoughts, feelings, and emotions in group settings and partnership like settings. So the only thing that's going to bring resolve is open-mindedness towards what everybody's thinking about some shit. All right, but you got it in a very interactive space, Leo sun risings. And sometimes Leo sun rises, you may not be too open. So you fix fire, so you may not be too open towards what everybody else really thinking about and expressing. You might want your vision being exalted a little bit. That may be part of the issue going on. You feel like your vision and your awareness not exalted in this group partnership or something. But this is harmonious energy, is a sextile. So it's harmonious access to getting thoughts on the same page amongst groups and environments that you're a part of, right? Social environments you're a part of. But we got Saturn squaring from the 8th house. We got Saturn squaring from the 8th house. So it may be things dealing with certain secrets, things that are hidden that's revealed to you around this time, especially about people that you're working with. And that may be a reason that something was restricted, AKA you're trying to go to business with somebody or whatnot. They pressing you about, getting business done or something, getting some deal done with them in some type of business. I don't fucking know. And then you end up there was always some restriction. There was a little bit of hesitancy you had signing your name on the dotted line and getting into this agreement with this person, but you're still considering it. Then you end up finding out something behind the scenes about this person. Saturn squaring from the eighth. Yes, you end up. This is very likely. You can end up getting get investigative report on a brother or sister, and you start realizing that's why God wasn't letting me sign on the dotted line. That's why God wasn't letting me, jump into the standard third. So, AKA, this is a time where I don't want to say hidden agendas, but intentions and agendas have to be very clear when it comes amongst friendships in your social environment in general. If there's going to be commitment to build certain things together, all right. So that's very important. You want to make sure to keep that in mind. Maybe a new sense of refinement when it comes into some sense of law, structure, order amongst community groups and partnerships in general. Now, eighth house is also dealing with other people's resources. Saturn has probably been pulling opportunities to use that as a resource to help you bring stability into your life. Being in this eighth house, it may be a little bit of a concept of being able to manifest something where if you take action or express something or bring a certain concept, ideology, something to a certain area that could provide a sponsor or resource in some type of way. So anybody coming to you close to home telling you like, yo, I heard they're giving out this here, or I heard if we like you're in the midst of a collaborative effect group with somebody, and they're realizing how y'all could extract resources from somebody else. That's something that should make a light bulb go off in your head. Like, yeah, I know I'm in that space right now. Let me go ahead and see what that's about. But Saturn's also managing attachments here as in the eighth house. So it's also managing creating new systems to help navigate things dealing with attachments, traumas, and security. So the fact that we got all this activity in the 11th house and it's squaring Saturn, this may be a time to overcome some fears dealing with, being in the midst of interacting with others, connecting some true passions and relating with others, dealing with the different transformations of your social spaces and not holding it too much in any more of a victim space and letting it be what it is. Leo sun risers, you got Saturn in the eighth house, so it may be certain ego deaths you're going through right now in general the past year. Certain things dealing with ego deaths you're going through. The eighth house energy triggers Leo energy at times because Leo don't want to hear nothing about not being able to embrace anything, not being able to embrace self-expression and being seen and deal with light energy. That's very discouraging to Leo energy. But right now, Saturn's in the eighth house, making you do a lot of work about things behind the scenes, things that you don't express to others, things you suppress around others, and that could affect expression around this time. So I just see that little imbalance there. Just make sure, depending on how you're feeling about self, anything that's challenging as far as, attachment, power, control issues, you're still able to see opportunity, being able to bring your talent, your light, your awareness, something you're good with, you're good at, into an interactive space with others. That's very important. All right. So that's what we got going on, Leo sun rises. And then Aries.